Hey guys, this is Harsh and you're watching Ready Steady Eat. Now Indians, are extremely fond of food. So all our streets all over India are lined with lovely, delicious food selling kiosks. And one of the most popular foods that we have is something known as the Pani Puri. I'm going to show you a variation of how to prepare this Pani Puri and how to serve it in a very nice, fashionable manner. So there are three stages to making the Pani Puri. First, you have the puris which are ready-made. I'm now going to show you how to make those. The most important ingredient is the pani or the pudina pani, which I'm going to show you how to make, the tamarind chutney, and the filling for the puris. So these are the three different things that are required to make and assemble the Pani Puri, right? So let's get going. So for Pani Puri, we're going to make measurements for about 50 Pani Puris, for which you would need 50 grams of coriander chopped, 15 grams of mint leaves, 2 green chili paste, 1 teaspoon black salt or kala namak, 1 lime juice, or alternatively you can use 1 teaspoon of amchur powder. For the meetha chutney, we are using 250 grams dates, de-seeded, cleaned and boiled, 10 grams tamarind or imli, again de-seeded, soaked in water and cleaned and boiled, about half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of jeera powder, that is cumin seeds powder, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, which is optional depending upon your taste, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black salt or kala namak. Before you make the tamarind chutney, ensure that you have soaked the dates and the tamarind in water for about 1 hour and boiled it for about 15 minutes before grinding it to paste. For the filling of the puris, we will need 150 grams of very lightly sprouted moong and boiled, 150 grams of black small chana soaked and boiled, 150 grams boiled potatoes diced, and some chaat masala to taste. One more variation of the Pani Puris is with using bundis. This is the way the Sindhis like their Pani Puris. For that you'll need about 150 grams of pre-made bundi, and of course 50 puris which are ready-made, available easily in the market. So first start by adding the water. Depending upon the thickness of the Pani Puri ka pani that you want, you add that much water. I've taken about 750 ml, to which you add all the coriander. You can use the stalks as well, as long as they are tender. Don't take the hard stalks of the coriander. It won't taste good. Add the mint leaves. Now this is all as per taste. So depending upon what kind of taste you guys like. 2 green chili paste, 1 teaspoon of kala namak, juice of 1 lime. And now I'm going to grind this. I think this is ready now, so let's get it out, and I'm going to use a sieve and pass it through the sieve so that all the pulp is left out. So we are done now, and I'm going to put this in another bowl and keep it aside, and I'll show you how to make the tamarind chutney. So let's get to the next part of making the Pani Puris, that is the tamarind chutney or the meetha chutney. For that, like I had mentioned, you need dates and you need the imli or the tamarind. You need to de-seed them, wash them, clean it up and boil them, and once boiled, this is how it will end up looking. Already mix the two together and this is how it will look. We'll put this into our grinder. It's already in a semi-pulp form. To this we'll add the jeera powder, the chili powder, the rock salt, salt to taste. If you find that it has become too thick, you can add some water to it just to thin it down. But usually tamarind chutney, Pani Puri is always a little thicker. So we'll give it a good mix now. So your tamarind chutney is also ready. This is the kind of consistency that we are looking at. So now let's do the mixture of the puris. For that I simply add the boiled chana, the boiled sprouted moong. Now what I wanted you to take a look at is the tails of the moong. It shouldn't be too much. That's all that we want. And the diced potatoes. To this add the amchur powder and give it a good mix. So now we are ready. Bring this all together. This is the normal way that you would serve Pani Puris. Obviously break open the puris, add some of the filling, add the pani and add the tamarind chutney. But today I'm going to show you another way, some other variation. What I showed you was just the basic version of Pani Puris. Now this is very difficult to be served in a large gathering or a large party if you're having one at home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these small little cups that you see here. And we're going to take 6 of these. I've also got a simpler variation for the pani where I'm going to mix the water with some orange juice. So it gives you a nice fresh orange flavor. The proportions are about 1/3 of the orange juice, 2/3 of the water. So I'm just going to mix this with some orange juice. If required, I'm going to be putting some tamarind chutney to this. I'll show you both ways. What I need to do is fill up the puris with either the mung, chana and the potato mix, and these you need to keep ready just before you start serving to the guests. Now a word of caution, in humid weather like in Bombay, the puris can tend to become soggy. So it's best to pop these into the oven for just about a couple of minutes. Right, so I've done 4 of these, and in the others I'm just going to put the fried bundi, just the bundi, that's all, none of the other mix. Now once done, we'll fill these little cups with our orange flavored pani. So I have filled 3 with the orange and pudina pani, and the balance 3 with the regular green pudina pani. You can add a little bit of tamarind chutney to both, that's as per taste. And I'm going to place these pani puris on top of the small cups and see how easy they become to serve. So let's try one of these delicious pani puris that we've made. So either you can tip the little glass into the puri and pop them in your mouth. Absolutely delicious. Or you don't even need to do that. You can simply eat a puri on its own and follow it with a shot of the pani. All the flavors, all the yumminess that you get on the streets right in your mouth. Just perfect. So if you've enjoyed my recipe today of a delicious roadside chaat pani puri, please do tell me what you think about it. If you made it at home, leave me back your comments. Don't forget to press the like button and also subscribe to my channel Ready Steady Eat so you get updates of my regular recipes. This is Harsh signing off, and see you next time.